Welcome back to the Gen Con tournaments. I remain Chris Burton, and next to me is Peter C. Haywood, who is one of the judges here at Gen Con at the Sentinel Tactics tournament specifically, and he is a fantastic judge and knows all of the rules and will never screw up, ever.
I've never made a mistake.
Also, he is from New Zealand and has a fantastic accent that is just like in my ear like sweet, sweet chocolate.
I'm from Australia, and I'm not sure if you were taking the piss. Okay, that's an Australian expression that means pulling your leg.
Then why do you keep introducing yourself as from New Zealand?
That is mostly to mess with you, and it apparently has backfired live on air. So I've been
the best kind of backfire.
I've been adjudicating the matches off the big table, and you've been watching the ones on the big table. What have I missed today?
Well, you just missed a fantastic match between the Quantum Interns and the Team Discovery Channel. Team Discovery Channel was initially it looked like they were going to go down, but they came back. They came back really good. That is wrong because the Team Discovery Channel with the visionary Absolute Zero and Tachyon just won that match. Unless I was looking at a different match. I may have. Things might be in a different universe. I don't know.
So off the main table, so the two teams we've got coming up are Crash Course and another team?
Citizen Wing, Sweat and Beers.
That's right, yes. So Crash Course are fairly new players. I've been watching them a bit today. Their first match, they came up to me because they'd run out of +1 tokens, +1 attack tokens.
Really?
Totally run out. They were opposing a team of Beacon, Bunker, and Legacy. And
the team that wasn't playing Legacy ran out of attack +1 tokens.
No, the team who was playing Beacon, Bunker, and Legacy.
I can see how that would cause a rapid buildup of tokens.
They ended up winning with Bunker using a 15 dice attack.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And so that's been their experience of the game so far. They've been crushed by Bunker using a 15 dice attack and then came back in their second match, and so now they're very excited to be in the semifinals.
I have to wonder if they're going to be if someone's going to be choosing Baron Blade specifically to counter that, because
they're prepared for it now. They are ready to never face 15 dice ever again.
and honestly, who would want to face an attack like that unless you have a plan for it, a devious plan?
Well, yeah, the team they were opposing was playing. They banned Baron Blade. Which backfired on them
let's see what happens in this match. Maybe they'll ban Baron Blade in this one, and they'll be able to pull it off again.
So we've got the table here.
Oh my God! You guys are going to be heads. You guys are going to be tails. So you draft flip. It's going to pick either they draft and play first, or they ban first and choose.
So on the right-hand side there, we have Crash Course. And on the left side, we have Citizens Blood. I keep forgetting. Wings, Sweat, and Beers. One of my favorite ever team names. Now, what's your take on first ban or first pick?
My take is always I want to move first. I want to go first. I want to do something amazing that'll demoralize the other team.
Blow everyone's minds.
Exactly.
Because I was the adjudicator for the Australian tournaments. So we had tournaments all around Australia in Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra, Brisbane, and Toowoomba. And I found that the team who went first consistently did better.
Really?
Yes. We had a game where Tachyon first turn, 2 in-caps. Straight out of the gate. Unity out there with a bot, 2 in-caps. Like, first move, you can get a lot done because your enemies are clustered.
Yeah. Now, we just saw Citizen Dawn getting banned, so let's see who else get banned.
Let's go ahead and ban Legacy.
Let's go ahead and ban Legacy.
The team banning Legacy, the ones who face 15 attack +1s.
And they just picked the operative. That's a great pick. I always, there's a little leap of joy when I see her on the field.
Every time she's out there. She can, without any attack +1s, build up a lot of dice very quickly.
It's mostly because, the operative is a fantastic character for someone who wants to see big dramatic swings, because the operative can perform big dramatic swings of momentum just by being around, just by doing those massive 8-die attacks with undivided attention and all of the trimmings.
And the operative is good. For me, the operative is emblematic of the game in that you want to be front and center with her. If the operative is running away, you're losing. The operative always wants to be getting in the middle.
If you're running away with the operative, you have some sort of plan that I really hope is good.
Yeah, which To a certain extent, it's true of every character, but the operative needs
Especially
to be front and
so.
center
So
all
we've
the
got
time.
Citizen Wing, Sweat, and Beers picking Tachyon, and we've got Unity on the Crash Course side alongside the Operative. So the Operative and Unity, Champion Bot and the Operative.
Champion Bot and the Operative
That's
is-
a fantastic pairing.
Is something that makes me worried for Citizen Wing, Sweat, and Beers. Okay, what's your pick here?
All right, it seems like my hope is that they've got a plan, they've got a specific lineup that they're going for.
I want to see the Wraith.
Against the Operative, that's a good pick. That's not necessarily without flaw though, because if you say, "Oh, you're gonna hide and snipe at me," I'm gonna poison you.
Yep,
And now
that's true.
you have all melee attacks.
Yeah.
But Bunker has that same that same vulnerability though, where he's all ranged. So if you poison him with Boar's Rage, that nullifies a lot of his ability to sit in the forest and
feel like-
lob grenades. And
I feel like Bunker may have been a counter pick against the sheer number of dice that the operative can throw at you.
I think that
Oh, actually,
There's-
Bunker with Tachyon is nice too, because you can stack those
Yeah.
tokens on Tachyon.
Yeah.
Tachyon with even 1 or 2 defense +1s
yeah.
is actually
Now
it's a huge
Ambuscade's an
difference.
interesting pick here, and my hope is that we have.
I want to see a stack of
match.
traps. I want to see.
I want to see a stack
10
of traps, but the problem with
in
that
one
is
hex.
that you have to have a plan for setting those off.
That's
and
true.
It can't be, I hope my opponent is dumb enough to step on this stack of giant traps.
So Ambuscade coming back from his invisible cloaking, putting out traps and then stepping on them is something I've seen take down teams before. Take
If
down
you do
entire
that,
teams.
if you're committed to that,
Yep.
swap out your cloaking device after coming back with an automated hunter
Yes.
and make a stack, put your automated hunter on it, step on that stack.
Yep.
Everything explodes.
Everything and so.
So
I feel
hold
like-
on a second. Our picks have been finalized. We have Ambuscade, the Operative, and Unity for Crash Course, and we have Tachyon, Baron Blade, and Bunker. That is a solid set of people.
Your guys' choice. We want to make one of those guys.
We have a base set versus expansion match here, don't we?
That's fun. I mean, Uprising's got some good people in it.
So I feel like I'm just looking at the picks here. Bunker and Tachyon, like I said, very solid.
Yep.
The Operative, Ambuscade, Unity. I mean, Unity and the Operative, yes. I don't see a lot of. So because Citizen Wing, Sweat, and Beers, I'm pretty sure a fairly experienced team. I'm hoping they will know not to cluster. Because if they cluster against Ambuscade and the Operative, or even Unity throw in a bot and explode it. Yeah, anytime Citizen Wing, Sweat, and Beers cluster, they are going to be in trouble.
That's a very tricky scenario for things to deal with.
So yeah, keep an eye out for whether let's just call them the citizens, whether the citizens make the mistake of getting too close together. With Tachyon, I mean, that's unlikely to happen. Baron Blade and Tachyon both have huge movement, so they can spread out very quickly, but if at any point they're together, they're going to go down.
Well, I mean, once they start picking powers, we'll have a better idea of where they're going to go, but I'm...
Can I steal some of those?
We'll have to be... We'll be quiet because we don't want to distract Luther from his extremely important job of, making sure the match goes as according to plan, which is,
And if
extremely important.
See what they drop. You can't get anything in, just assume. So what, should I put down my one defensive tiny thing I can do? Maybe. It's so dinky though. I would do definitely not that. I would probably do
Tachyon and Baron Blade both they have the only 2. If they're down to 1 health, instant KO.
this thing is so useless for actually.
So anytime the Operative, Ambuscade, or Unity are down to 1 health, that is basically a free KO.
Yeah. Now, Unity is starting out with the SwiftBot reconfiguration, which I always love seeing that.
Yeah.
We've got Kusarigama and Hidden Blade Strike for the Operative. It's a standard opening.
Yep. For a reason.
For a reason. It's very potent, especially if you have a plan of getting people in close. And finally, you have the cloaking device and rigged explosives with Ambuscade.
Right, so-
or, as Christopher calls it, the bombs away strategy.
So we're probably going to see a stack of bombs.
Now,
within the first
I
move or
think
2.
you're right about Citizen Wing, Sweat, and Beers being experienced, because with Tachyon, we've got the world stand still and pushing the limits. That's a very, very good opening Tachyon move. Baron Blade is going with the displacing teleporter and the Saber battlesuit. My guess is he's going to swap out the battlesuit for a fission blaster in that first move.
Yeah.
and auxiliary power source and grenade launcher for Bunker.
So Baron Blade versus Ambuscade, if he can take away that card, he can take away the explosives, but I do not think the bombs will be on the field for more than a turn. I very much think the bombs are going to come out on the second turn and immediately be stepped on.
I think that's entirely possible. Now,
especially, look, with Ambuscade going first, there's no way he can get across the other side of the map, so he's just going to, with one movement, especially.
My guess is Ambuscade will pick up, Ambuscade will basically dither his first round. He'll uselessly,
dodge
do something. He'll stab at the air.
He'll run
because that's not the plan. The plan is to wait that one turn and then crush everybody coming out of cloak.
Round 2, take them all down.
Change your name to C Students.
And what do we got with Bunker? Auxiliary power source and
the grenade launcher. So Bunker's looking to, with 4 movement, there's some good places you can go.
Bunker.
All right, we're getting started here. So let's see. Now that they're starting, we can see how they're going to deal with the things. So Ambuscade, with your 1 movement, what do you want to do?
Baron Blade and Tachyon versus Operative is interesting because the Operative basically wants to get down to 2 health as quickly as possible. At that point, it can be very hard to take more health away from her. They only need to take 1 more. If they take 1 more, they can switch out for Sucker Punch or Maniacal Gloat and just take her out.
And just take her out instantly.
I have rig explosives and cloaking device. The classic bombs away.
There you go.
The Cursory Gamma and the Hindblade Strike.
Okay. I've got home stand stills and push limits.
Surprised.
Saber Battlesuit displacing
Kisaragama
Auxiliary power
struggled
grenade launcher.
to be pronounced in Australia. And so it was very quickly abbreviated Special K. So if the Operative's ever looking for a cereal deal, some sort of sponsorship of Kellogg's, then she's got...
I'm not certain that you want the Operative endorsing your nutritious breakfast with her mastery of poisons. All right, so we're all set on powers, and Ambuscade has that first movement.
Early, Bunker this early is not going to be able to get much done. He's going to, plump forward slightly.
Yeah, having Bunker in range 2, or in turn 2, is not something I would consider
This is
ideal.
actually a better starting move than I considered. I would have just dithered, like you said, and then shot away. But while you've got the explosives out, you might as well use them on
especially
the first
since you can take they're an action, so all you have to do when you come back out is take another action and
get them all back, put them out again.
Exactly.
Bunker, while he does have respectable movement, he's started up the top of a mountain, which for Bunker is never a great idea.
And now, you got to wonder which one of those are traps, and my guess is it's...
The 4 that's directly in front of them.
Actually, my guess is it's the one directly below him and the 2 on either side, so wherever he goes, he's gonna get hit.
Yeah. Having said that, a first... Unity's on the other team, never mind. I was going to say, Unity can go down for one of these traps.
And Ambuscade took an aim for his second action, I think just to get that attack +1 token, and... On the off chance that while he's disappeared, the explosives get triggered.
+1 attack.
That is a better first turn than I would have done. So Crash Course are a very new team, but I know that Chris, who is the person playing Ambuscade, has watched a lot of the stream.
Well, I'm happy about that.
For my first action,
as one Chris to another, you're happy for him?
+1 attack.
We got to stand together, like proletariat, in solidarity. All right,
you and Chris are actually the same person in 2 different places.
So Bunker is picking up an aim token for free thanks to the auxiliary power source.
It's not going to do much good, but it's nice to have, I suppose.
Well, it's a free thing.
I would probably have switched out.
Standing on Baron Blade in order to get to the safe point.
He can't
Nicely
move.
done.
Oh, you can dodge there. I can sprint there, I should say.
Yeah. So we've got...
is that everything he did? Did he just...
Expert Tactician Sprint.
Oh, I didn't see Expert Tactician.
And, the aim token's not going to help him, but just getting all of those attack tokens with Baron Blade on your side, you can do that, and that means an Omni Cannon.
Quite safely.
My hope is that turn 2, Bunker's going to go for that Omni Cannon.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. So this is the second time today Crash Course are facing Bunker, and they did not take Baron Blade, so it's possible that twice today they will see an Omni Cannon.
Yep.
An Omni Cannon is a beautiful and rare thing, and to see it twice in one day is a gift.
Like a beautiful flower.
Yes.
A beautiful flower of high plasma energy.
A beautiful fatal flower.
All right, the operative is going to that forest. I sincerely hope that
Kusarigama bunker.
you can sprint in Kusarigama. Obviously, Peter, that's what you can do, and I actually think it's a fantastic plan.
Look, I would take advantage of the fact that bunker is going to have trouble getting to you.
Now, here's one of those things. If they had thought about this ahead of time a little bit more,
Yep.
maybe you could have put that big stack of traps like right next to the forest.
Yes.
Have operative do that Kusarigama right into those traps.
That would entirely depend on bunker going where you want him to go.
Well, it doesn't matter because you could have done that to Baron Blade, or you could have done that
That's
to
true.
you could have done that to the other person on their team.
It would mean the
who-
operative was facing the same damage as them.
To
because
attack
she would
it.
get hit by them.
That's okay though, because that puts the operative a little bit closer to that Dragon Fury.
Yeah, the operative does not mind taking early damage. So bunker had rolled a 1. Now, I'm not saying that leaving him up there would have been the best way to go, but at that point, he's got a maximum radius of 2 movement.
Depending on how well Bunker deals with this, Bunker could actually come out of this in a pretty strong position.
Four dice make a big difference.
Because all Bunker has to do now is take one step into the forest right next to him, and he'll be able to see both of the other 2 spawn
Yeah.
points.
He can throw out his extra range and start
Yeah.
taking him down.
But, I mean, honestly, staying where he is also a pretty strong position, especially if the others come to beat on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we're seeing the remains of the Kusarigama.
Ooh, that is not a good bunker roll.
Don't want to blow my defense.
So this is the hidden blade strike, I'm sorry. Because the Kusarigama also already happened and pulled Bunker into him, and now the hidden blade strike is dealing with the fact that there is a bunker suddenly in the operative's personal space. The operative does not like her personal space being invaded.
So, Bunker looks like he got through that fine, as you would expect from Bunker.
So-
He's tricky to take down.
Exactly. So Baron Blade is in not really an ideal position here, because the displacing
can-
teleporter,
Yeah.
you can take it and warp across the map, but that doesn't put you in a place where you can really do anything tremendously exciting.
It's the furthest he can go, like up to, yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
because
he's
like
blocked by the cover in almost every
Ambuscade's
direction.
off the map, and honestly, what I do is go to
And I'm going to.
go to the forest directly above Unity and then do an aimed fission blast at Unity, if only because that'll mean that Unity will only have one bot when she stands back up, and you won't have to worry about a Swift bot reconfiguration deal thing going on. I'm not talking about the...
So not the forest, but the hex up to the top left of the forest. If he goes there, he's what, 6 away from her?
Yeah,
So he
which an aimed fission blaster is sort of the ideal point
Yeah.
from that location.
it'd be risky.
Well, it's risky, but at that point,
There's not much else he can do. He can't
Yeah.
get that close to the operative without triggering the hidden blade strike.
and I mean, you're in a Saber battlesuit, you can probably take that, but you might take some damage. And honestly, if you're not planning on killing the operative outright, hurting the operative is a risky proposition.
So Baron Blade's decided not to switch out. Saber battle suit and displacing teleporter. I'm curious to see
I
where he's
hope
going with this.
that Baron Blade has a plan here.
Yeah.
I am going to displacing teleporter.
I worry that he's going after the operative.
I can get it so you can easily get to operative next turn.
He can't get far with this. He's in an awkward opening position.
Yeah, like without a ranged option.
Here.
So that's going to go right into the teeth of a hidden blade strike.
Now, displacing teleporter, that is all adjacent, all targets within radius, or is it enemy targets within radius?
That is a good question. Let's find out.
Here we go. It
might-
is each adjacent character 1 hex. So Bunker technically does have to be pushed at this stage as well.
Yes, and he doesn't have his turret mode out, so he has to be pushed.
Yeah.
So push him closer to Unity.
Yeah, pushing him
Run up to him, it's like, now you're in my hazard space.
Pushing him close. Oh, actually, pushing him up close to the volcano does 2 things. Firstly, it would
wait, that's gonna put him
again,
within,
it would again limit him because of his low movement. So
Well,
he's just
except
not
that
able to get
Bunker's
far.
on his team.
Oh, that would be a very poor move then.
Yes, that would be not the appropriate evil genius maneuver.
I would avoid screwing over Bunker, which he does have the option of doing, but it would be a bad plan. There is no advantage to that.
Again, unless you have a specific plan that involves screwing over your friend, and occasionally hitting the operative is the right thing to do if you're her friend.
It's true.
But in this case, not so much.
So no damage went through there.
Thanks.
What was that attack even?
That was the Hidden Blade Strike attacking Baron Blade.
Oh, of course, right. So nothing went through to Baron Blade?
Because of Saber Battlesuit, I had 2 dice to the slash and burn rolls.
I think this is a mistake because it's not an aimed slash and burn, which means at best you're going to hurt the op.
It is an aim slash
It is going to be an aimed slash and burn. So if we're very lucky, he'll be able to encap the operative. But
no, look,
but
getting the operative down to 1 dice is
getting
not
the operative
that
down to
bad.
1 is not bad.
1 health, I should say.
So we're going to have to see how this plays out.
Yep. No matter what Baron Blade was doing this turn, it was going to be risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
This is a fine move.
It's 4 5s. That's a strong attack.
Yep.
But
It's definitely not an encap.
But the operative
2
rolls a
damage,
single 5,
3
which
damage.
means that 3 damage gets through, which is like that's the magic spot for the operative.
That's beautiful.
I really worry. I hope that they factored this in, because if they went into this without knowing about the operative's Dragon Fury, that's going to be a bad surprise when it happens.
I feel you've got to know.
And the operative is going to be rolling more dice because she is now in Dragon's Fury.
So this is 6 dice against Baron Blade for ending his turn in hazard space.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it for the aim. Oh, I don't even know. It's
I don't think this was a good idea. I think that they really needed to. I think that Baron Blade really should have gone after someone who wasn't the operative.
Baron Blade going to that earlier move would have been an equally risky attack, but in a better position. Because now he's going to take a while to get anywhere, or keep on going against the operative, which is fine. It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
And they've clustered, not a huge amount, but enough for Swiftbot to go in and reconfigure, and for Ambuscade to land and hit them both with the bombs.
Yeah.
They're in a very precarious position here. I would be very surprised if Baron Blade survives to this next round. Bunker has a pretty good chance.
I'm not sure. Baron Blade only took 1 from that.
He's going to be hit by most likely Swiftbot, Swiftbot's explosion, and then he's going to be in the middle of a hazard space. So there's Swiftbot.
And I'm going to reconfigure.
Reconfiguring, so they're both going to get hit by the... And then, Ambuscade's best move here is to land and blow him up from the other side.
So Baron Blade is going to get hit, but Bunker is also going to get hit. So this is...
I'm not worried about Bunker. Bunker can take care of himself.
Yeah, this seems like a very nice... Like, the operative is going to emerge unscathed, which is what Unity wants, because Unity is on the same team. So, I mean, this is just the perfect play for Swiftbot.
This is the exact clustering I was talking about.
Yeah.
If you're playing against this team, you do not want your guys next to each other, or you're going to get hit by everything.
Now, Ambuscade is going to be coming out in the next... Bunker Tachyon is going to be going, so what I would do right here is I would reconfigure into Turret Bot and make it very hard for Tachyon to come running through.
What does Tachyon have out? Can we pull up the World Standstill?
Tachyon has the World Standstill, and right now that's going to give her mobility and
+1 move, if I'm correct.
Yes, it is. It's mobility and +1 move.
So actually, all three characters on Crash Course's team do well from clustering. The operative can hit 2 adjacent
reconfigured into Mr. Chomps. That actually
isn't
what I would have thought of. Now, getting a bite on Baron Blade is certainly not a bad idea, but I don't know. Putting Turret Bot out seems...
Turret Bot would have been nice, except for he's in the middle of cover, so his scope is much more limited than Turret Bot's used to.
Well, no, because he's in cover, so he's seeing out.
He's seeing out up, but he's surrounded on either side. So,
fair enough.
So the radius of 2 would have been much less effective because he's in the middle of a forest.
That's a good point.
Having said that, so all three of those characters want their enemy to be clustered. Operative can hit 2 people with her base attack. Ambuscade can set up bombs and is automated hunter and blow a lot of stuff up.
Well, we saw Unity chomp Baron Blade. Only 1 got through, but still, that's damage on the board. That's what we like to see. Mr. Chomps is always one of my favorite bots because 5 dice, that's a
5
lot of
dice is
damage,
beautiful.
and even at this point, even 1 damage through this early in the game, that's going to help.
It can
And,
make a big difference.
I mean, really, we just got to keep waiting for the operative to come back, and then undivided attention or strikes unending, and then just everything will get it blown up. And
Just
honestly,
a lot of damage.
I'm swapping out the world.
if Baron Blade and
Sonic Assault.
Bunker don't figure some way out to move,
I
then
am going to
Oh,
We're gonna have some
Tachyon's gone
problems.
with Hypersonic Assault.
Hypersonic Assault.
Now this is interesting because they've. What's she going for here?
she's going to be trying to scrub out the operative and trying to give the operative attack -1s, and she ignores hazard spaces,
Yeah,
so
of
she
course.
didn't have to
So
worry
that's
about
actually a pretty good odds. So she was trying to Hypersonic Assault to get through the traps, but as Luther,
But that did not work.
no.
So first we explode, and then we get a decoy.
So 1 trap, which is honestly enough to take Tachyon down.
I would sincerely hope that Ambuscade uses that aim token that he's
Yeah.
been carefully hoarding.
2s and 4s.
I guess he has decided to.
Oh,
That's all I
that was 4 auto misses.
Well, the aim wouldn't have helped,
No, it would have made those auto misses into.
and it was
slightly
another
high.
2. So that was an entirely auto missed trap.
That was a dud. That looked like it was a trap. It looked like it
That was a
supposed
decoy that was just a little bit more effective, but only a little.
to- it was a double decoy. It made you think it wasn't a decoy, but it was.
Psychological warfare on Ambuscade's part.
So Tachyon's move here. Tachyon's got a move of 4, which is not amazing for Tachyon, but it's enough to sweep operative twice.
And without having to worry about the hidden blade strike,
If they can, their best bet now is this. This is a solid move.
now
You're only rolling 3 dice, and she's rolling, I want to say 5 defense.
Christopher swooped by just in time to write a cryptic message. Mr. Chomps and Champion Bot. I don't know what that could mean, but
you
I
seen
can
that
only
combination?
I can only hope that this is some sort of code that Unity can decipher.
This is the identity of the new Ra. Mr. Champion Bot. So I saw this during one of the Australian tournaments. I'm going to keep talking about the Australian tournaments because I was
Okay,
the only
feel
one
free.
here who was there. And someone
Meanwhile, Tachyon's going to try another hypersonic assault and
just going to
perhaps
zip past and zip past.
go after zipping through the operative, see if we can get through that 5 defense. But please,
it's a
continue.
solid turn. I approve this turn. What's the other card she's got out? Push
Yeah,
limits.
push the limits.
So there's likely to be a second Tachyon turn after this, which I. Oh, so
5.
I know exactly
That
what he's
is-
doing. Tachyon here is trying to get the operative down to 1 health, then push the limits into a sucker
Into
punch.
a sucker punch. That's a
That's a beautiful
very
plan.
good idea.
So Mr. Chomps and Champion Bot came out in one of the Australian matches. It's 7 dice from a bot.
Wow.
It's brutal.
and
if
and
they come
any
to you-
allies that happen to be nearby.
And, that's a bonus. So the Australian map was very similar to this one, but instead of a volcano, it had the Freedom Tower in the middle, so it was very clustered.
Now, we just saw something interesting because Tachyon
ran
moved
away?
instead of trying another hypersonic assault. She didn't get any damage through to the operative. And so
Why would you move?
we're
Is she going to
pushing
go
the
after
limits.
Unity?
My guess is she's going after Unity.
That's a bad move. I've seen Tachyon go after Unity. Tachyon can go after Unity and take her down, no problem. Unity then stands up and just chomps Tachyon back, like every time.
Yeah.
Unless she thinks she can run in, knock Unity out, and then get out again.
Well, my guess is that that failed attack on the operative was enough that Tachyon saying, okay, I'm not going to be able to do better than 3 5s, and
Yeah, 5
and
dice
so I'm
is-
just going
is
to
hard
give up
get through.
now, which I think she should have gone with another
Yeah.
hypersonic
I would
assault there.
have gone with 1 more. You just need that 1 damage in, and you've taken out the operative.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that then Ambuscade pops in, and then you're all clustered up. So
So Han, first move was Hypersonic Assault. Second move was Hypersonic Assault.
no, we're now pushing the limits. So now
Oh,
this
there's
is a
no
new
push the
turn.
limits.
So we're going with push the limits, and we replaced it with unrelenting momentum. So now we can have punch after punch after punch.
Right, yes. Good
And
move.
Unity's a bit wounded, but like you said, Unity just gets right back up.
Yeah,
and,
you don't. Tachyon does not want to turn next to Unity. Then we'll strike, So Tachyon's actually on 3 health at the moment.
and Unity is going to be taking at least another point of damage because there's a 6 in there.
To attack a
Yep.
third time. This will be my toss attack.
1 hit point left.
Do it. We didn't do it.
We didn't do it. All right.
Dice failed on you, buddy.
And Unity is still standing, which is almost the ideal. Like, I would
Yeah.
rather have Unity still standing next to Tachyon.
Honestly, what I do is get a maybe get a champion bot,
Yep,
maybe
champion
move
bot.
champion bot, and then do an arcing shockwave,
yes.
and then sprint champion, or then do a Mr. Chomps attack with
Yeah.
with that. Although, you know, moving champion bot and then
Oh, Ambuscade is not going
Yeah.
for the cluster bomb. This is unexpected.
I'm surprised.
I'm going to.
I guess they want to make sure Unity.
Tachyon's down.
We're going after Tachyon because Tachyon is on the opposite team and Unity is on the right. Like, I see that wounded character and I'm like, that's the one you go for. Bloodlust.
That's twice today we've tried to get the villains to take down their own team, which I think
It
is
just seems
thematically
intuitive.
correct.
Yeah.
So, look, I don't agree with this move. I think Tachyon is something that Unity can easily take care of by herself, whereas that clustered Baron Blade bunker is something
you don't
you're not
see
gonna
that often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you take 3 damage because custom hand cannon deals an extra point.
And one of the problems with the bombs away strategy is
Yep.
that people leave out the bombs and they just sort of
Yeah.
forget that, oh, wait, I can
can
pick
get them
those
back
up and
every time.
put them down.
So Tachyon's down, and that's nice.
And that's nice, but again, Ambuscade has nothing to do now.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and take an aim and an attack +1, which I already got
And
ones over.
there's the thing is
Yeah. It's
you're not gonna, no one's going to be setting off those bombs.
you've
They're
underutilized Ambuscade
Yeah.
here. That's the trouble. Ambuscade can do so much damage. Ambuscade here has done, like, against Ambuscade can take on Tachyon as part of a bigger move. He's dedicated a whole turn to taking out Tachyon.
And again, that on the surface of it, that seems good. I mean, hey, that's an in cap. But if you look at it in the larger context, you left 2 villains standing. You know, they're no longer going to be clustered if they're smart.
Yeah.
And you know, Tachyon's going to stand back up at full health, and with those pushing the limits, that's not bad for Tachyon.
Tachyon would rather have the 2 turns.
Yeah.
Tachyon would rather get knocked out and then come back and be able to have 2 turns using...
Or, honestly, if I was Tachyon and I rolled like a 6 for movement, I would
Lightspeed Barrage.
Lightspeed Barrage Ambuscade, then Lightspeed Barrage Unity.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're just going to have to see what happens.
Yeah, I think that misplay by Ambuscade, it doesn't, like, on the surface, I don't think that seems like a misplay. You got to knock someone out, you got to do some stuff, but ultimately...
Ultimately, we're just going to have to see what Unity does and what Tachyon does.
Well, I mean, yeah, ultimately we're going to have to watch the game.
Ultimately, we're going to have to let them make their own choices because...
But we will judge from afar.
Because, honestly, they still... people surprise us all the time
It's true.
with plays that, you know, I don't understand why you did that. Oh, and that's I love watching this game because of that.
Yeah.
And
So the Citizens have an interesting team here because Tachyon is a glass cannon.
so Bunker is going with Expert Tactician. He swapped out for the Snapshot Micro Missiles, so he's going for a longer range attack.
Yeah, that's smart against the
My
other
guess is maybe he's going for Unity or maybe Ambuscade,
Now, there's...
but he can't see
Ambuscade.
he can't see Ambuscade through that forest. I don't think.
Yeah, from the top, from the
From
left
the top of the hex
Yep.
and then go
From
straight
the-
down.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
From this corner here. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an interesting play.
Aim it. All right, so I'm going
Because
to aim.
it's 5 dice, but it's only half of them hitting. Did he get a free aim from his surge?
He got a free aim, so
He's
we're
got
good.
a bunch of attack +1s as well. So
Oh, but this is a missed opportunity though, because
'Cause the
Bunker
operative gets so
has
many dice.
4 attack +1 tokens. He's got an Omni Cannon prepped and loaded, and he's going for Snapshot Micro Missiles instead. I honestly would have gotten rid of the auxiliary power source,
Yeah.
thrown down turret mode, unloaded on everything in sight.
yes.
There's
Yeah.
a 3rd dice in there.
Yes.
So yeah, the Citizens have an interesting team here because Tachyon's a glass cannon. Bunker is very difficult to take down. That 4 defense makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
And Baron Blade can basically switch between the two. With his battle suit on, he's got 4 dice, hard to take down. He takes it off and he becomes a fleshy bit of meat.
But a fleshy bit of meat with lots of interesting toys.
Doesn't roll any 6s. We're in good shape, guys.
Good shape.
Statistically, that's not the best.
Ambuscade's taking a lot of damage.
Oh, Ambuscade's
Ambuscade's
exactly
taking
down.
5 damage, which that's a lot of damage. I stand by what I said.
Yep.
It's in fact, enough damage to incapacitate him.
Yes, I am
But-
getting to them. Sorry.
Well, I mean, they're tied up 1-1.
Yep.
I can't say that was the wrong choice, but
I'm pretty sure the operative will be able to take out both Baron Blade and Bunker this turn.
because standing next to them with I'd pick up strikes on ending and just beat
Yep.
both of them down like she was
Sprint.
something
bash,
drumming.
Bash. Yep.
I failed to come up with a metaphor for drumming. In a marching band?
Beat
I'm gonna
both
stop.
of them down like the least popular member of the Beatles.
Wow, that went dark. That went extremely
Oh,
dark.
no, I meant Ringo because he's an unpopular drummer, but
Oh, okay.
you
Still.
you inferred a very dark meaning to that.
Well, okay.
So, operative, what did she switch out for?
The operative still has the hidden blade strike and the Kusarigama, so
Both Bunker and Blade.
That's interesting. Is she going to aim? No?
she can aim. She's in Dragon's Fury.
We're hoping statistics
Of
are
course,
on our
yeah.
side. This is on 2.
Okay, so she's just going for a quite respectable, 7 dice?
Yeah, but I'm not sure what she's going to do with that third act. I guess she's going to Kusarigama,
Yeah.
unless, of
I
course,
think,
it is
yeah,
strikes.
so-
So she switched out for strikes on
Right,
ending,
there
which
we
is
go.
entirely.
Having said that,
A
had she
really
kept
good
out
idea.
Kisarigama, I would have hit them both with Tonfren Blade, and then if someone was still standing, I would have shifted them.
Kusarigama in them. Yeah.
So you get the attack and you get the
Oh,
hazard attack.
it's not a bad idea. But I like the
I think
idea of
Tonfren Blade is
Tonfren Blade
better.
twice.
It is 14 dice versus less than that.
That's a lot of dice. So this is the same attack going at both targets.
In fact, without auto misses, this is a guaranteed double KO.
Ouch. Yeah, I'm sure
This-
you
this
will
will be
use a
game,
defense
yeah.
+1.
I strongly suspect this will be game. Which, honestly, justifies Ambuscade's move.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. He knows that the operative has this handled. Like, unless Bunker had taken her down.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see, because if something else happens, then
We
they're
could be
screwed.
wrong.
But I think this is
Yep.
it.
This is going to be the third action. Is going to be another Tonfren Blade, and that's 7 dice against both of them. And they look very happy about that.
Yes.
Crash Course are having a lovely time in their first ever tactics tournament.
Well, there is A2, but the
That's-
rest of it is.
66551 on both of you.
I'm pretty sure that there's no surviving that.
Bunker has a chance. Baron Blade literally can't. No, Baron Blade has 4 dice as well, doesn't he? He has his battle suit on.
So we're. There's A6, but I don't think that's enough.
All right, I will take 3.
And so that's Baron Blade down.
Push him 1.
So
No, that's
let's-
Bunker down, sorry. And now if Baron Blade rolls extremely well,
There's
he
a
will
chance.
survive.
He did not
He
roll
did not
extremely
roll
well.
Extremely well. He rolled okay.
And that's game
That's
for Crash
game
Course.
to Crash Course. That is
Well done,
very well done.
fellows. That is exactly how I like to see the operative being played.
Yes.
Taking ruthless advantage of her opponents sitting and clustering and just taking them down in that powerful, powerful Dragon's Fury.
In a sense, the citizens were ended as soon as they clustered. You
Yeah.
cannot cluster against any one of those 3 characters, let alone
And-
if you're facing all 3 of them.
I mean, Ambuscade went down there and took out Tachyon, and without that, the victory would not have been possible.
It's true.
So, in retrospect,
Yep,
hey,
well done.
that was a fantastic idea.
That was well
But
played by Ambuscade.
it was one of those scenarios.
Bunker not taking out the operative, I feel, was
that was
ignoring
a
the operative.
dangerous choice.
Yes, led to their death.
Now, what makes me just so sad there is that Bunker went down with 4 attack +1 tokens. Bunker should never be incapped sitting on that many attack +1 tokens. That's if you have that chance to omni-cannon someone, you should absolutely take
always
it.
take it.
Always take it.
Having said that, that was very well played by Crash Course, very well played by the
That
citizens.
was a fantastic, fun match with
Yep.
lots of damage and lots of good, solid choices. So I was very pleased to watch it.
Yeah, that was the operative doing what the operative does best.
Exactly.
Which is always a joy to watch.
So we'll be coming back tomorrow with more stuff. With the semifinals and finals tomorrow, where hopefully we'll get to see all the people that we just were rooting for do more amazing things. I'm hoping that we get to see more operative. I'm hoping that we get to see more visionary, because I like seeing the visionary. And, it's always a hope, but I hope we get to see more proletariat. In that, I hope we get to see a proletariat.
That's the dream.
That is the dream, the impossible dream.
I know for a fact that Crash Course are very, very excited to be in the semifinals, and so I look forward to seeing them again tomorrow.
So we'll have to see.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.